Here is a question that might stop you mid-bite. What if one of the most powerful foods you could eat after 60 is already sitting in your grocery store right now for less than $2? Not a supplement, not a prescription, not some exotic superfood flown in from the other side of the world. A fruit. One that millions of Americans already buy every week, but most have no idea what it's actually doing inside their body after the age of 60. According to research published by the American Heart Association, adults who eat avocado regularly have measurably lower rates of cardiovascular disease than those who don't. And a landmark study from Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, one of the most respected nutrition research institutions on the planet, followed over 111,000 people for 30 years. Their conclusion? Eating just 2 servings of avocado per week was associated with a significantly lower risk of heart disease. 2 servings a week. That is less than half an avocado every single day. So what happens if you eat a whole avocado every single day after 60? Stay with me, because what this fruit does to your blood pressure, your brain, your joints, your gut, and even your sleep, backed by some of the most credible medical institutions in the world, is going to genuinely surprise you. And we are saving the most important benefit for the very end, the one that researchers say matters most for anyone over 60 who wants to stay independent, sharp, and strong. Let's talk about where most Americans over 60 actually stand right now. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, reports that nearly 7 in 10 adults over the age of 65 have at least one chronic condition: high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, arthritis, and in most cases, more than one of these at the same time. Now, here's what makes that number so important for today's video. The National Institutes of Health, the NIH, has published extensive research showing that nutrition remains one of the single most powerful tools we have for managing and even reversing many of these conditions. Not surgery, not medication alone, food, real whole food eaten consistently over time. And avocado, this green, creamy, buttery fruit, happens to be one of the most nutrient-dense foods that has been studied specifically in older adults. In the next 18 minutes, we're going to walk through exactly what daily avocado consumption does to 10 different systems in your body. We are going to name the studies. We are going to name the organizations behind the research, and we are going to give you real, practical information you can use starting today. No exaggeration, no miracle claims, just honest, science-backed nutrition, the way it should be. Let's start with number 10, avocado and blood pressure. Number 10. And we're starting here because for Americans over 60, this one matters more than most people realize. The American Heart Association defines high blood pressure, hypertension, as one of the leading controllable risk factors for stroke and heart disease in older adults. And right now, the CDC reports that nearly 70% of Americans over the age of 60 have high blood pressure. 70%. So what does avocado have to do with that? One medium avocado contains approximately 975 milligrams of potassium. To put that in perspective, that is more potassium than a banana, nearly double in fact. Now, potassium is not just a mineral. It is one of the primary electrolytes your body uses to regulate the balance of sodium in your bloodstream. And according to the NIH's National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute, a diet consistently high in potassium helps relax the walls of blood vessels, which directly reduces blood pressure. A 2022 review published in the Journal of the American Heart Association found that increased potassium intake from whole food sources was associated with a significant reduction in systolic blood pressure, that is the top number on your blood pressure reading, especially in adults who were already consuming a high sodium diet, which, let's be honest, describes most Americans. Beyond potassium, avocado also contains magnesium, another mineral the NIH identifies as critical for vascular health, and oleic acid, the same heart-healthy monounsaturated fat found in olive oil, which research shows helps reduce arterial stiffness. Simple serving idea. Half an avocado mashed on whole grain toast with a pinch of sea salt and lemon juice every morning. That alone can begin supporting healthier blood pressure levels over time. But blood pressure is just the beginning, because what avocado does for the organ that pumps that blood goes even deeper. Number 9. Heart health. And this is where a landmark study from one of the most respected medical institutions in the world changes everything we thought we knew about dietary fat. Researchers at Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health followed over 111,000 men and women for 30 years. Their conclusion, published in the Journal of the American Heart Association, was striking. People who ate at least 2 servings of avocado per week had a 16% lower risk of cardiovascular disease and a 21% lower risk of coronary artery disease compared to those who rarely or never ate it. 21% lower risk from a fruit you can buy at any grocery store for under $2. The reason comes down to avocado's fat profile. Nearly 70% of avocado's fat content is oleic acid, the same monounsaturated fat found in olive oil. The American Heart Association has long identified monounsaturated fats as beneficial for cardiovascular health because they actively lower LDL cholesterol, the harmful kind, while preserving HDL cholesterol, the protective kind. A clinical trial published in the Journal of the American Dietetic Association found that participants who replaced saturated fat in their diet with avocado fat saw significant reductions in total cholesterol, LDL, and triglycerides within just 1 week. Avocados also contain beta-sitosterol, a natural plant compound that the Mayo Clinic notes helps reduce cholesterol absorption in the gut. Every gram of fat in this fruit is plant-based, unsaturated, and science-supported. Simple swap. Add sliced avocado to your salad instead of cheese or croutons. Same satisfaction, dramatically better outcome for your heart. But what about the organ sitting just above your heart, the one that controls everything else? Number 8. Brain health. The Alzheimer's Association estimates that over 6.9 million Americans aged 65 and older are currently living with Alzheimer's disease, and the NIH's National Institute on Aging confirms that measurable cognitive decline begins as early as the mid-50s. Avocados contain 2 nutrients critical for brain protection: lutein and folate. A study from Tufts University published in the journal Nutrients tested older adults who ate 1 avocado per day for 6 months. The results showed significant improvement in working memory and problem-solving speed. Researchers credited avocado's high lutein content, a carotenoid that concentrates in brain tissue and protects neurons from oxidative damage. Folate, also abundant in avocado, reduces blood levels of homocysteine, an amino acid the NIH directly links to increased risk of cognitive decline and stroke when elevated. 1 medium avocado provides approximately 30% of your recommended daily folate intake. The monounsaturated fats in avocado also support the myelin sheath, the protective coating around your nerve fibers, helping electrical signals travel efficiently between brain cells. Blend half an avocado into your morning smoothie. You will not taste it, but over time, your brain will feel the difference. Most people never connect their daily food choices to what happens in their mind 10 years from now, but the research is clear. And the next benefit connects directly to something millions of Americans over 60 are managing every single day. Number 7. Blood sugar control. The American Diabetes Association reports that 97.6 million American adults have prediabetes. The CDC estimates that more than 80% of them do not know it. Avocado has a glycemic index of essentially 0. It causes virtually no spike in blood glucose. The American Diabetes Association itself lists avocado as one of its top recommended foods for blood sugar management because of its unique combination of healthy fat and fiber. One medium avocado contains approximately 13 to 14 grams of dietary fiber, nearly half of what the NIH recommends daily for adults over 50. That fiber slows the rate at which carbohydrates from other foods are broken down and absorbed. So when you eat avocado alongside bread, rice, or fruit, it acts as a natural buffer, smoothing the blood sugar curve. A clinical trial published in Nutrients found that participants who added half an avocado to their lunch had significantly lower blood sugar and insulin levels over the following 3 hours, compared to those who ate the same meal without it. 3 hours of steadier blood sugar from half an avocado. Add sliced avocado to your eggs in the morning or use it as a dip for raw vegetables instead of store-bought dressings loaded with hidden sugar. Now, blood sugar and inflammation are deeply connected, and the next benefit is one that millions of Americans over 60 feel the moment they get out of bed every morning. Number 6, joint pain and inflammation. The CDC reports that 58.5 million Americans have been diagnosed with arthritis. The Arthritis Foundation identifies chronic inflammation as the central driver of the joint deterioration that makes everyday movement so painful. Avocados contain phytosterols, including beta-sitosterol, camptosterol, and stigmasterol, that the NIH has identified as having measurable anti-inflammatory effects. These plant compounds interrupt the production of pro-inflammatory cytokines, the same chemicals that drive swelling and pain in arthritic joints. Beyond phytosterols, avocado is rich in vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant the NIH's Office of Dietary Supplements notes protects joint tissue from oxidative stress. One medium avocado provides approximately 28% of your recommended daily vitamin E intake. And the oleic acid in avocado has been shown to reduce C-reactive protein, one of the primary blood markers doctors use to measure inflammation throughout the body. There's also a patented extract from avocado and soybean oils called ASU, recognized by the European League Against Rheumatism as clinically effective for osteoarthritis of the knee and hip. Mix diced avocado with canned wild salmon and lemon juice, anti-inflammatory omega-3s from the salmon, anti-inflammatory phytosterols from the avocado, one of the most powerful combinations for joint health you can make in under 5 minutes. Now, there's one system that ties everything together: heart, brain, blood sugar, joints, and most people never think about it until something goes wrong. Number 5, gut health. The NIH's Human Microbiome Project established that the trillions of bacteria in your digestive tract directly influence your immune system, your mental health, your metabolism, and your risk of chronic disease. A randomized controlled trial published in the Journal of Nutrition, funded in part by the NIH, found that adults who ate one avocado per day for 12 weeks showed significantly greater microbial diversity in their gut and significantly higher levels of short-chain fatty acids compared to those who did not. Short-chain fatty acids feed the cells lining your colon, reduce intestinal inflammation, and maintain the integrity of the gut wall. The NIH's National Institute on Aging has documented that gut microbiome diversity naturally declines with age, linked to increased inflammation, weakened immunity, and greater susceptibility to digestive conditions. Avocado's fiber, split between soluble and insoluble types, feeds beneficial bacteria while keeping digestion moving. The American College of Gastroenterology identifies constipation as one of the most common and underreported health complaints in adults over 60. Start your morning with half an avocado alongside plain Greek yogurt. Probiotics from the yogurt, prebiotic fiber from the avocado. Two of the most gut-supportive foods working together in one simple breakfast. 5 benefits down, 4 more to go. And the closer we get to number 1, the more important the reveal becomes. Number 4, weight management and belly fat. The NIH's National Institute on Aging explains that after 60, the body experiences a decline in lean muscle mass, a slowdown in resting metabolic rate, and hormonal shifts that make it significantly easier to gain weight, especially around the midsection. Harvard Medical School identifies visceral fat as metabolically active tissue that releases inflammatory chemicals directly into the bloodstream, raising the risk of heart disease, diabetes, and certain cancers. And yet, avocado, despite being a high-fat food, consistently supports healthy weight management in the research. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that adults who ate avocado regularly had significantly lower body weight, lower BMI, and smaller waist circumference than those who did not, even when total calorie intake was similar between the two groups. The reason is threefold. First, satiety. A clinical study in Nutrition Journal found that adding half an avocado to lunch reduced the desire to eat by 40% over the following 3 hours. Second, the monounsaturated fats in avocado encourage the body to use stored fat for energy rather than accumulating additional dietary fat. Third, avocado's blood sugar buffering effect means fewer insulin surges throughout the day, and lower insulin means less time in fat storage mode. Replace the mayonnaise on your sandwich with mashed avocado. You cut processed fat, add nutrient density, and stay fuller longer, all in one simple swap. Now, the next benefit addresses something almost nobody connects to food, but for anyone over 60 who lies awake at 2 in the morning, this one is personal. Number 3. Sleep quality. The American Sleep Association reports that between 50 and 70 million Americans suffer from a sleep disorder. The NIH directly links poor sleep in older adults to increased risk of cognitive decline, depression, cardiovascular disease, and weakened immunity. One medium avocado provides approximately 58 milligrams of magnesium, nearly 15% of the recommended daily intake. Research published in the Journal of Research in Medical Sciences found that magnesium activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the system that calms the body and prepares it for rest, and regulates melatonin production. A clinical trial in the same journal found that older adults who increased magnesium intake fell asleep faster, slept longer, and had higher morning melatonin levels than those who did not. Avocado also contains vitamin B6. The NIH identifies it as essential for serotonin and dopamine production, both directly linked to relaxation and sleep quality. And avocado contains tryptophan, the amino acid your body converts into serotonin and then melatonin, delivered here alongside healthy fats that slow absorption and extend its effect. Try half an avocado on a small slice of whole grain toast with pumpkin seeds about an hour before bed. Magnesium, tryptophan, B6, all in one snack you can make in under 3 minutes. 2 more, and we are saving the most important benefit for last, the one that researchers say determines more than any other single factor whether you remain independent, active, and strong in the years ahead. Number 2. Eye health and vision protection. The National Eye Institute, part of the NIH, estimates that over 11 million Americans have some form of age-related macular degeneration. That number is expected to double by 2050. Avocado is one of the richest whole food sources of lutein and zeaxanthin, 2 carotenoids that concentrate specifically in the macula of the eye and function as a natural internal filter against harmful blue light and oxidative damage. The age-related eye disease study, AIDS, funded by the National Eye Institute, found that high dietary intake of lutein and zeaxanthin was associated with significantly lower risk of advanced macular degeneration. The follow-up study, AIDS-2, found that these compounds reduced the risk of progression to advanced AMD by 26%. And here's what makes avocado uniquely powerful as a source. Lutein and zeaxanthin are fat-soluble. They require fat to be absorbed. Most lutein-rich foods, like spinach and kale, are very low in fat. A study in the Journal of Nutrition found that adding avocado to a salad increased the absorption of carotenoids from the other vegetables by up to 15 times. 15 times! Add sliced avocado to a spinach salad with orange segments and olive oil. You get lutein from multiple sources and fat from 2 sources, maximizing absorption across the entire meal. And now, number 1. Number 1. Muscle mass and physical independence. There's a word every physician working with older adults knows well: sarcopenia, the progressive, age-related loss of skeletal muscle mass and strength that accelerates after 60. The NIH's National Institute on Aging describes sarcopenia as one of the most significant contributors to disability and loss of independence in older Americans. What does muscle loss look like in real life? Struggling to open a jar, holding the railing on the stairs, needing help rising from a chair. The difference between living on your own at 75 and needing assistance. Avocado supports muscle preservation through 4 distinct pathways. First, avocado contains all 9 essential amino acids. A study in Nutrients found that avocado's healthy fats improve the bioavailability of amino acids from other protein sources eaten in the same meal, meaning your body extracts more muscle-building protein from the eggs, fish, or chicken on your plate when avocado is there alongside it. Second, potassium. The NIH directly links potassium deficiency to muscle weakness, cramping, and fatigue in older adults. 1 medium avocado delivers nearly 975 milligrams, more than any other commonly eaten fruit. Third, inflammation control. Chronic low-grade inflammation actively breaks down muscle tissue. The oleic acid, phytosterols, vitamin E, and carotenoids in avocado work together to reduce the inflammatory signaling that accelerates this process. A review in Advances in Nutrition, a peer-reviewed journal of the American Society of Nutrition, found that diets rich in monounsaturated fats and antioxidants were associated with significantly better preservation of lean muscle mass in older adults. Fourth, vitamin K. 1 medium avocado provides 26% of your recommended daily vitamin K intake, critical for muscle protein function, bone density, and fall prevention. The CDC identifies falls as the leading cause of injury-related death in Americans over 65. Muscle strength is the single most modifiable risk factor for preventing them. This is why avocado is number 1, not because it's trendy, because when you look at what happens to the body after 60, the loss of muscle, the loss of independence, the loss of the ability to live life on your own terms, and then you look at what avocado actually does at the cellular level to slow that process, the case becomes undeniable. Your heart, your brain, your blood sugar, your joints, your gut, your weight, your sleep, your eyes, your muscles, your independence. 1 fruit, every day, starting today. Let's bring it all together quickly. Number 10, blood pressure support through potassium and magnesium. Number 9, 21% lower risk of coronary artery disease per Harvard's 30-year study. Number 8, brain protection through lutein and folate. Number 7, glycemic index of 0 with active blood sugar buffering. Number 6, reduced joint inflammation and lower C-reactive protein. Number 5, increased gut microbial diversity and digestive resilience. Number 4, 40% reduction in post-meal hunger. Number 3, deeper, more restorative sleep through magnesium, B6, and tryptophan. Number 2, up to 15 times greater carotenoid absorption for eye protection. And number 1, preservation of muscle mass, physical strength, and the independence that makes life worth living. Here's how to make this practical starting tomorrow. Half an avocado in the morning. That's the entire habit. Mashed on whole grain toast, blended into a smoothie, sliced alongside 2 eggs. You don't need a complicated plan, you need consistency. If you're on blood thinners like warfarin, speak with your doctor first. The vitamin K content in avocado can interact with anticoagulant medication. For most healthy adults over 60, 1 avocado per day is not just safe, it may be one of the most impactful single dietary changes you can make right now. The research from Harvard, the NIH, the American Heart Association, the American Diabetes Association, the National Eye Institute, and the American Society of Nutrition all point in the same direction. This route works, and now you know exactly why. If this video gave you something useful today, something worth sharing with someone you love, please take 1 second and hit the like button. It helps more people find this information. Subscribe to Food Benefit and hit the bell for a new research fact video every single week. Thank you for being here. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you in the next one.